All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nerds of Legend. I'm Ben, playing Ticto Talk Keeper. To the right of me is Joel as the Dungeon Master. Below me is David as Fodor McNurgle. And in the bottom right and the brown is who will be joining us shortly is Brian as Edward the Everflame Niven. And Joel will allow you to get into the recap.
Marvelous. If you remember last week, uh, Ticto decided to kill a giant's pet without mercy and unprovoked.
I swear to God. It was gonna eat
So
me.
what?
It was gonna eat me.
No, charged with a quest from Dumaine to go check out another suspected holy site. They find themselves going towards the plains of the Standing Stone. And with a vision given to Edward due to a divination spell, they are on their way to the location that they believe this to be. Fodor, after awakes finally after a horrendous bout of food poisoning at Rumple Bobskin Mysterious Emporium and finds that his party has left him. And we welcome you to join us on our quest to become Nerds of Legend. We're going to start with Fodor. You wake up groggy in a familiar surrounding. You know where you're at, um, but you don't. Other than Bob, you don't see anybody else there with you.
Okay. So I'm gonna just groggily wake up, get up out of bed, and start calling for Bob and see if anyone else is there.
Yeah.
Bob, Ticto, where? What year is it? Where is everyone? What the fuck?
We didn't think you'd wake up for quite a while. What? Let me ask you a question. Why didn't you take that potion I gave you?
I forgot.
You forgot. Um,
Yeah,
he looks at it and he goes, "Ticto didn't give it to you, did he?"
I don't remember at this point.
Do an intelligence check.
I'm on there's 10.
You're pretty certain that if you knew it was there, you would have taken it. And a little part, this was a pass or fail one. You're pretty sure Ticto didn't give it to
You know, I think you're right.
you. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a dick move on their part. Um.
I'm gonna
So
punch him
anyway,
in
how
his
you
little
feeling?
testicles.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe take it right now.
like
Just it's not.
refried scrambled ass.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad. I mean, I guess
Down the
I'll
hatch.
drink the
Take that right
potion.
now. It settles your stomach. You still feel groggy and irritable. Um, you but you're filled with a sense of like massive annoyance. But not like it's more because you realize you could have had something that would have helped your guts a long time ago, and somebody was just being a dick because they think you should have had a little bit more foresight than to eat a 3 week old sandwich. But at this moment, you don't think that mattered. Um, so what you gonna do?
All right, Bob. Thank you for that. Where are those fuckers?
Last I knew, they went to the Basilica, the Pointed Horn. They had something to do. They
Where's
brought back a
that?
whole bunch of stuff and had it put together.
Oh, what kind of stuff did they bring back?
Well, mostly stuff that they put together wrong. So
Like their building shape?
no, it's they had like that band I gave Tictos to stop his headaches a long time ago. Um,
Why?
that like he put it together wrong. There was a clock that went with it, so like now he can, stop time, and Edward's got something that'll help him find his direct, just stuff specific. You don't know about your items. I mean, you got anything weird?
I think I've got some things, and I'm gonna rifle through my pouches
Okay.
while I actually look through my inventory because I don't remember.
Yeah,
I got
you would
pea
have
brain.
the pipe
Yeah,
with the markings on it.
I probably have it in my notes.
Yeah, you have a pipe with the markings on it, and then that like chambered head with like the six chambers and the purple energy in one and the red and those two items. So you dump all that out, or are you just
Ah,
really
the
still, or did you free? Oh my god, you were so still. I thought you froze.
behold.
Yeah, literally. I'm like David froze, but it's like parts of the image is still
I just
moving.
held so still nobody could see me. They
Yeah,
thought I
like
was a
a vampire.
glitch. Yes, I do have those two items. So I'm gonna pull up and be like, these? One in each hand.
Yeah, he's gonna look at him. He's gonna put him on this same place that he put the other items, and it's a part of the countertop. And when he does, it like flashes like these symbols, these arcane runes come up, and it causes the the writing on the side of the tube and on the side and runes you didn't know that were there on the cylinder to kind of like glow as well. And he looks, he's like, um, he looks at one, he's like, so you got a little fire juice in this, a little vampire energy in this. What were you gonna do with this?
I have no idea. I'm not really even sure how these fit together. I'm like,
Hmm.
mm, I don't know what these are for. I don't
Okay. Don't
understand magical
don't you
items
have
that
a
well.
gemstone in your? Don't you have like a green gem in your pack too?
I probably do. Hold on. My computer doesn't want to
Okay.
cooperate with me
Because yeah,
jumping
you
between
did have one of
Discord and my
those.
inventory. Computer.
um. So we're just gonna assume you dump your whole pack out on top of the table.
Yes.
Okay. And he
At this
looks at
point,
it.
I will have done that.
Okay. And then he's gonna look at it, and he's gonna look at the gem, put it there, and he goes, "You're missing one part." And he pulls out this little like it's like a handle. It's like brass knuckles type thing, except made of wood with like some platinum knuckles. It's really pretty. Um, and he goes, if you don't mind,
By all
uh,
means, Bob.
um, he's gonna put them all together, and he's gonna like take the handle and like he starts chanting. And you don't. What languages do you speak?
I'm pretty sure just common and gnomish.
Okay, yeah,
My
then you have no
D&D
idea.
Beyond has completely froze up on me.
You have no idea. It would be Sylvan, and he's gonna be speaking a combination of like Elvish and Sylvan. And as he does, you see like the little wooden handle, the little like brass knuckle piece, like open up and like twist around the uh the long fire tube cylinder and kind of become one piece. And then he's gonna take the other one with the little like six chambers. That's got one with the purplish energy, one with the red, and then one with the green. And then not the green yet. And he's gonna sit on top, and it's gonna like all of it's gonna like grow together, kind of like in that Guardians of the not Guardians of the Galaxy, in like Infinity War, where like Groot makes the handle for Stormbreaker. So like it's gonna wind up and hold it all together. So it's like a mace with this knuckle duster on the front of it. And he's gonna pick the gem up, look at it, and he's gonna look at it, and he's gonna put it on the board, and there's weird symbol on there. And he's gonna throw it at Bird Nacious, and like Bird Nacious will like kind of like shimmer for a little bit. He'll get and then he grows into like the size of this raptor, and then it comes back and he pops it. He's like, "That'll do," and he pops it on the top, and he'll hand it to you. You are gonna have. He's gonna. I'll write it out. And you have to come up with a name for it. But he's like,
Okay.
this is. I think it works better this way. He's gonna explain to you that when you get it, and he turns it to the green one. He's like, you touch the green circle, and you hit it on the ground or on anything. I don't care. Hit it on something. And so you take it, you hit it on the ground, and the green one, and you grow to like normal size human and Birdnacious at the same time. Think of like He-Man. Like now Birdnacious is like a raptor size. He's like,
So
it'll
I've
last
got
for
like
like,
a turkey cassowary mount now.
yeah, yeah, like a
Like
bigger
a
bird.
derpy chocobo.
Yeah. He's like, now that one only works when you're raging.
Okay.
He's like, and it lasts as long as you rage. Once a day. And then he turns the other one. And then he's like, you take this one, and he points to the purple one. And that one, if you use it, it will give you can drain as much life as you damage. So if you do 20 points of damage, you suck 20 points of hit life back into yourself. Also, only allowed to be used while you're raging. Um, and is once a day. All of these are one time a day, not stacked once a day. Once a day. So each skill is only one time a day. Okay.
So I have to select one once
Yeah.
a day to
Once
use,
a day, and
and
then
then
it
I
resets
can't
for the
use
long run.
any other skills until the
Mhm.
next day. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one adds fire damage 2d6. I'll put all of this in there. So just put on your notes. The purple one is vampire, is like a vampiric hit. Um, where you absorb the damage you do goes to you and your life points for as long as you're raging. The red one is fire damage, 2d8 fire damage for as long as you're raging. And then the other one will make you grow, and you get +2 to your attack and your damage. And you'll be considered a larger sized creature. That's the green.
Okay. So
And
grow to
Birdnacious will get a
large
bite.
size.
And Birdnacious will get a bite or claw attack that does right now 1d8 worth of slashing or piercing damage. So you'll get one additional attack with Birdnacious. I'll put all of this in there in a little bit.
Okay. I'm putting it in my notes as well, so I have it for reference.
Okay, cool. And so then he's gonna be is like, I don't know
You said
exactly where they went.
You said it's +2 to damage, not +2 to hit, right?
No, it's +2 to hit and
Okay.
damage. Again, that only works. All of this only works while you're raging. So you could do one rage and activate it. All right.
Yep.
All right. I can't hear you, Ben. You are muted.
Did you say it was an axe?
No, it's a mace.
Dang it.
Why?
If it was an axe, I was going to say he could call it Degeneration Axe because it devolves Birdnacious.
What?
Never mind. Wrestling.
Yeah, I gathered that's what it was. You are a terrible person.
I
right,
don't know wrestling well enough. I'm sorry.
We are going. So he's going to tell you. You know where the basilica is, right?
What are the stats for the mace? Like the regular stats?
It's a regular mace stat.
I don't know what those are. Is that 1d8?
1d8.
Yeah.
1d8?
But unlike other ones where you have the versatile feat, because it's got the handle with the like guard on it, it's only you do not have the versatile option. It is a one-handed mace only. Okay. And like all your weapon, all of your stuff, they will grow as time goes. He explains all that stuff to you. All right, so you decide to leave and head towards the basilica. I'm gonna want 6 dice rolls, because you are furious now that they left without you, and particularly at Ticto. So you get out into the field, into the town, and the guards are like, "Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going?" And they try to stop you. I would like you to just give me 6 straight D20 rolls,
Okay. Do you need
and
to?
you are
I'll
allowed
have.
to
I don't
rage if
think
you
I
want or
have
whatever.
that many d20s.
Yeah, calculate
Fortunately.
it with your rage stat.
Oh, so I'm. What am I adding to this?
Just your whatever you do, your
Is this
plus 10
attack
attack or
or
raging.
is this
Yeah.
an attack roll or?
No, this is just we're not gonna role play you fighting 6 guards. Do you
Okay.
choose to fight the 6 guards? You are in a
Sh-
you are in a rage right now, leaving, and the guards are trying to stop you. Sorry, I took away
yeah,
your player
I think
agency.
that's pretty reasonable. I feel. I would probably be really mad and want to fight everything, and would in
And they're
fact
devils right
fight
now,
everything. And they're what?
and they're all devils.
Okay, so they're pokey. Um,
No. I mean, these are the chain devils. They're literally like the CR3.
oh. Ah. Okay. 6. Okay. Is 13 enough to hit any of them?
Oh no, it's just a pass or fail.
Okay. Well, that's the lowest I rolled on my
Oh,
first 4.
okay. Well, then you can role play how you just decide to go destroy all of the in your blind rage, beat the shit out of every demon, every devil in the area.
Okay. Because
Mhm.
I got anywhere from there to a bunch of dirty 20s and up.
Yeah, no,
I can roll
it's
2
just a
more.
blind. It's just a pass fail because we don't. I don't want to use this much of the game
Yeah.
of you to just go go on a.
Murdering them? Alright.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go into a blind rage and use the Cambion spear and border like kung fu film just destroy all the guards.
Is it
Swinging this thing around, stabbing people, jumping,
nice?
flourishes, but
Um.
all while being very tiny and screaming. Just
Okay.
screaming and blood soaked the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. You come out there and they get in your way and you just look at them like with your eyes all crazy, and you take your spear and you just like start stabbing them in the chest. And at one point in time, as you're running down the street screaming like a savage, you have like 2 on your spear, and you have to stop and like, push them off and like try to get it out of their chest. And one comes up to you and it's like, so he's like, yeah, well, you, right in his neck. You know, you kill everything in the town. And so like the townspeople are sitting there. You're muted.
Sorry. I said I want to pole vault at one point
Okay.
with one of the bodies to get it off. I'm going to stab it into the ground, fling myself at another one, and as I'm coming up, just break physics, whack it, stab.
Okay. Yeah. You as you got the one coming after you, you like scrape the other ones off, stab that one, run and do like a very impressive leap over another one to see the other one. You burn midair, like
And
split its head in half.
as you complete your flip, you land back on Bernatius.
Right.
Yes.
And Bernacious is like savagely being like, why is he so angry?
Tiny ginger
The entire
Dothraki.
town has like stopped to just be like they're watching. Like for one, they hate the guards. Like they've been brutalizing them for years. And as you like are riding on Bernacious, just stab the shit out of one, but like in a really humiliating, like groin to face type way. You like fear the last one. They'll like rush up to you. They'll like rush up and start like looting, taking whatever they can. Um, and you, as the last one, as you notice them looting, like take one of the chains and like hack it off. And yeah, nobody impedes your progress as you get to the temple, as you get to the basilica. Absolutely covered in like filth.
Demon blood or devil
And
blood.
yeah,
Hooray!
and you see Dumaine standing on the steps, like, um,
Does it seem lighter outside?
no, it does, but you do see. Let me get a perception check as you get into the church.
From me?
Yeah, it will. Since you are in a steaming
3.
rage. No, I'll give it to you.
21.
Okay.
I mean, I rolled high as shit. It was 18 on the dice.
Okay. You get in the door. You like literally run in. You're like, I still dripping with demon blood. You're trailing a piece of a chain devil that you have decided to keep. And it's like moving around of its own volition. And you come in and there's like the high priest Dumaine is sitting there like, what have you? But when you walk in, you also see like the other two priests, the ones that are like actively angry at Edward, are like quickly trying to like take all of the money out of the collection plates and like pocket it, like while nobody's there. They're like, we gotta get out of here. Like shit's fucked up. So he's like, what have you done? And you see the other two priests just trying to like rob the shit out of the place.
Okay.
All right.
Be like, well, they got in my way. Where is Ticto? Where is Edward? Have you seen them? I was told they were here. You look important.
You don't know.
No, I don't.
He's going to look, and he's gonna like look around. Hold on a second. We'll let the dice decide. Oh, absolutely. He's gonna be like, hold on one moment. He's gonna turn around and like he sees the people like stealing, and he's like, well, I guess when after what you've done, he's gonna be like, it doesn't really matter. And then he's gonna stand and he's gonna like
Just like
rush at the other two characters. And as he does, he like his form like doubles in size, and
he pulls
the shape of this like giant lion, like this like half lion, half man creature. And he comes up to them and he just like rips their throats out, and he's like, I don't really
Look
think
at
we can
that.
fuck up as bad. He goes, I think you've drawn enough attention to ourselves. There's no point in hiding anymore. He's gonna turn. He's
All right.
he's gonna be like, you were under the weather, but your friends are helping me bring the Dawn Father back into the world. He's like, and they are on the quest to the plains of the Standing Stones.
I don't know what any of that is, but all right.
He's gonna.
I've recovered from the food coma. I don't know
He's,
what the Dawn Father is or the floating whatever the fuck you're talking about.
He's
I
gonna.
don't know.
He'll. He's gonna be like, he'll give you a brief rundown of how he has secretly been serving Pelor in a hope to bring back the good gods back into Faerun. And he learned it. He was approached years ago and blessed with the Leonin form, which is one of the sacred animals of Pelor. And that's the lion, and he explains to you that's why he can turn into that lion thing.
Okay, that
And
tracks.
that with the help of the Dragonborn Paladin Carl, they were able to plant a sun tree, which actually solidified Pelor's presence in Faerun for like the first time in like 4 millennia. And they were given a direction to the plains of the standing stones, and he's like, they just left like a little while ago. He's like, I have a feeling that Ticto is probably going to kill a giant's pet. So you probably want to go see it. Because he's a murderous bastard that kills giant pets for no
Not
reason.
Thrax. I mean, he seems like the type. I'm gonna kick him in the balls. Like,
In
really
reality,
hard.
what's funny is that whole story comes from last week's game. They fought a bullet and they like destroyed it in like one turn, and I'm like, fuck that. So I decided that it was a pet. I've been giving Ben shit about it ever since. I'm like, you remember that time you killed animals for no reason?
You killed this big gray dog.
Yeah, and
Fuck.
the
Colloquially,
giant, like,
the size of a horse that's colloquially called the land shark.
yeah,
Yeah,
And,
it's totally should have assumed that it was a giant's pet, and it was just off leash. It was just
How
it was just coming up
dare
for
you.
some pets.
Sir,
yeah.
how dare?
And then, also you're level 8, by the way, Bodor.
Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay,
Yeah, and
you fix that.
well,
You get a stat bonus, so you better put it into Constitution.
Yeah.
Seeing the ordeal you just went through.
yeah. So he
No,
gives
I'm
you
just
a
gonna
direction.
keep dumping it into strength. Like that. It's gonna be great.
He gives you a direction, and he's like, I would do damage control here, but I can't. And he's like, well, I guess what's done is done. And he starts like pulling down the symbols of Asmodeus. He's like, maybe we'll be here when we get back. When you get back, maybe not. We'll see. And you take off in the direction he indicated. And so now we're gonna meet back up.
Ticto's just like, someone's not gonna pay me.
What?
Someone's not paying me shit. You guys are trudging along, and you see this like, you hear this like roar in the background. You see this, yeah, it's mixed between like an actual roar and a, you know, and you look and you see Fodor, except he's really big, riding on a raptor after you, and he's looking pissed at you. He's like, "Fuck you,
Use the greenstone.
What?
Use the greenstone.
No, I'm just giving you that one just because it's funnier to think you'd ride up on a dinosaur.
Yes, on my giant cassowary turkey raptor.
Yeah, your turkey raptor dinosaur thing. And Ticto turns around and you see, you don't know what you see, but it knows your name.
I'm just like,
Kick your right
he
and your tiny ball sack.
is he far enough away that he still looks like gnome sized?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm like, oh hey,
He's like
Fodor.
200 feet away.
Oh, you grew a lot.
I'm still totally covered in blood. I did not wipe any of the viscera off me.
Oh,
Fodor.
fantastic. And you've also got
Fodor?
a chain devil chain just like moving around you like one of Doc Ock's arms.
Yeah.
Like just
Like tied to my belt, so it's just
Yeah.
Fodor. I'm gonna like, Edward.
you've had a weird day, haven't you, Fodor?
Fodor, you doing okay?
I'm gonna stomp your beanbag.
Why? Why, Fodor? What did I do
The
to you?
potion.
What? I gave you the potion.
That is not what I was told.
No, he put it by your bed. He never gave it to you. He just put it by your bed.
Well, he was spewing from both ends. Are you supposed to take medicine while you're still like puking your guts
Magic
out?
potions don't apply to normal rules. You know that.
Yes, it was the potion of
Above the
Bismol.
board.
Well,
Ah!
I just figured. Is Fodor, are you attacking me?
I am gonna step on your balls. I'm
All
huge
right,
now.
roll for attack.
I'm gonna cast levitate on him. Because it's my new favorite spell.
Okay. Let's see. My unarmed strike is a +8, so I got a 16.
No, before you get close enough, I'm casting levitate on you.
Well, it depends. Is levitate a reaction?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that is true. Is
Oh.
it a reaction?
I guess we have to roll for initiative.
No, this is between you two.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's gonna run up. You're like, "Hey, Frodor," and he is your AC
On-
16.
No. Oh,
All right.
yes, shield.
Is that a reaction?
Yes.
Again. Okay, I missed my first 2 attacks, but on my third attack,
Did you add your rage bonus?
if the initial attack wasn't enough, I got lower on the consecutive attack.
No,
So
no, you're +2 for raging. Did you
My
add
plus-
that?
I don't think I get a +2 for raging. Do I? I don't
Didn't
know.
he say that the power that you just got gives you +2 attack
Yeah.
and damage?
Yes, I forgot I was using the green thing. I did not factor that in. So that would have been an 18.
I currently have a 19 AC because of shield.
Okay, so the first 2 attacks would have missed, but I don't think the 22
That
is
hits.
gonna miss.
That's like, ow!
So,
I'm just like flying through the air, kicking both legs
like,
at
Like,
Tic-Toad's crotch.
nice.
Full on Street Fighter move.
Fodor, why?
All right, roll for damage. You're just unarmed, so that's a D4. No, it's a D6, right? Plus your strength modifier.
My unarmed strike doesn't even have a D, it just says 6.
Okay, then it's 6.
So
Just run up
6
and-
damage to your ball sack.
Why? Are you going to continue attacking?
No.
Okay.
Edward, I
So
would
the
like...
wide-eyed rage ends, and I am still
Fodor's
giant.
just like, Fodor's
I'm like shrink back down. I'm like, huh? That's what you get?
for what? I don't
You
understand.
just set the potion down next to my head, expected me to get better while I was haunted by
Edward-
nightmarish dreams of zombie sandwiches raping my mind.
I'm sorry.
Edward, I would like an insight check from you.
Very well.
I'm
Insight.
sorry.
Insight.
It's nothing a stomp to the testicles couldn't solve. Yeah,
That would be
I
a
don't
13
know if
after
you're
my
involved.
bonus.
Okay,
So-
it was just a pass or fail. You put together immediately why he's pissed, and this is the funniest thing you have seen in probably for a long while. You find the fact that you just saw a raging man on a dinosaur bird jump off and plant a foot right in Fodor's coin purse. That you're like, this is the best day of my life.
Really, this is the best day.
Yes.
Yes.
The humor you get out of it is amazing.
It fills you with an
mirth.
inner glow.
It pleases and sparkles.
Very well then.
How you choose to find it funny, you can outwardly display or inwardly, it doesn't matter. But
I am now imagining you fighting that you feel great about it, and you trying to have a grumpy exterior. You're now wrestling
you're like-
with your inner mirth that you do not want.
you're like,
I'm going.
nice.
I'm sitting there and I'm kind of like wondering to myself, like, why do I find this so funny? It's one of those moments where it's like you think about it and you're like, this really shouldn't be as funny as it is, but it is. It's hilarious.
It's like, regardless, it's because
You're having an inner monologue with yourself. You're like, I don't know why I find this so funny. Normally,
Yeah,
I would
this-
hope it's lowbrow type of humor, but I don't.
for some
something
reason,
about
I find this the best day of my life. I don't even really know why that is. But
it's because deep down, everyone loves slapstick. It's just
like watching-
Tic-To's still like laying
Tic-Toc
on his side.
interrupt your thoughts.
yeah, I just hear him in my head and I'm like, Oh God! Please tell me that's not permanent.
As you guys are laughing like idiots, all of a sudden you see this like shadow, like stand and like turn into this oddly patterned cat with fire eyes, and he looks at the whole situation, and in your mind you hear, "Nice," and it jumps back into the shadows and disappears.
Oh, thank God it left.
Is everyone still not dead? Whenever that thing
Well-
shows up, it seems to have a penchant to murder.
I don't know about my testicles, but I think I'll be fine. Tigger's like, whew. Anyway.
I'd like to do a medicine check on his testicles.
All of a sudden, Edward just like comes up and cups my balls. Just like, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, roll.
Okay.
I like the random Mr. Whiskers appearing.
Was that a cat or was that a pain hallucination?
We shall decide that later. For the moment, I have a. What is that? That would be 13. No, that would be 12.
Okay. How do you check his ball sack?
I'm just going to kind of like visually inspect to see that there's no permanent damage. I'm not looking to like get up all in there and whatnot. I'm just kind of doing like a cursory glance to make sure that like, you know, he can walk it off as opposed
yeah.
to like needing magical healing.
Yeah, you are very happy
He's gonna
that
need
even
a
in
sack
Tikto's-
splint.
Did
in-
you
in,
say I took
Fodor's-
6 damage? By the way.
Even in Fodor's rage, he managed to like angle the foot so it's just like pure blunt trauma to where it's like just smacked into it.
It hit my
Like,
it hit my
he got
taint
full-
more than it hit the balls.
Well, if I remember correctly,
got-
you were
he
still
got-
down some hit points from the last fight.
I'm at like
So
3/4 health now.
Yeah.
okay.
He was able to like catch both of them with one kick.
Well, I mean, I had a bigger foot.
Yeah, you did.
It gave me the surface area advantage where I could just
Yeah,
get it all
So
at
you're
the
able
same
to smack
time.
him in his nads.
Mhm.
So
Anyway, not so pleased with the greeting, but it's good to see you're back, Fodor. And why were you so big, and why was Pugnacious a reptile?
Gentlemen, I have a proposition. Perhaps we should camp here for the
Cool
night.
stuff.
We can regroup and kind of like share our information with each other, and you can kind of like rest your balls.
I think that would be best.
Eh.
So I think we're taking a long rest here. Unless you're saying Fodor shows up after the long rest.
God is gone. We can take as many long rests as we want. Ah! We've done our long rest.
you did a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna long rest, and we're going to basically talk with each other to make sure that everyone is caught up to what we've done.
Okay, that was when he was upset by something. Nothing
Okay.
big, just a little sad.
Not like last time.
It's a bummer.
No, he saw somebody like he was walking home and somebody ran over a rabbit and he saw it. He was like, it like made him really sad. I was like,
That's a normal
fair thing
reaction.
to be sad about. That's that. He's like,
Yeah.
what do I do? I'm like, you can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, unless he has any kind of like veterinary pals that he can just kind of like call up and like be like, "Oh my god,"
I'm pretty sure you saw it get squished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He needs
It
a
up.
necromancer.
yeah. Then he told me
Oh,
he went
before-
over to one of the neighbor's house and did necromantic magic,
Yeah.
killing one of them to bring the rabbit back. I was like,
Gotcha.
That's fine. That's probably a better use of life.
Well,
I
you know
did-
what? If he's done that, then you raised him right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the long rest, I do cast Find Familiar as a ritual to resummon Watcher.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
So you guys
and
there?
I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, my friend. I didn't mean for that giant to kill you. I hope
Completely.
it didn't hurt too bad.
I'm gonna be honest. That was the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I mean, I'm sorry.
It's good that you're
I
finally feeling remorse.
I kicked his ass though.
I mean, after you killed his dog, yeah. I mean, good job, I guess.
Fuck you, Watcher!
All of a sudden, you just see like water explode and magic and whatnot, and it's just like, I found a new familiar.
One that doesn't give me
As
so
he
much
blows-
lip.
As he blows up, he's like, "You're
One doesn't
piece of shit."
doesn't bring up that I kick puppies. Kick toe puppy kicker.
Yeah.
I like how every time I try to be good to Watcher, you like throw it back in my face.
So terrible. All right, so you guys rest, you catch each other up. Fodor does not hit anybody in the nutsack again.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not
Edward,
today.
you also have your staff with that that glass in it, right?
Yes.
That summons as a wayfinder. That works as a wayfinder, correct?
Just the glass is a wayfinder. Yes.
Yeah, but it synced into your weapon, like, right?
I don't think we ever actually determined whether or not that actually happened because you asked me if I keep my wand with my glass, and then I reminded you it was a staff, and you were like, okay, well then it probably wouldn't be near the glass, and
Okay.
so I don't think it ever.
Okay, well then never mind. We'll play that out later then when we get there.
I mean, if Fordor is catching us up about like what happened with his thing and whatnot, and he tells me that like, oh hey, we all have like these things that are supposed to go together, then I'll probably get it into my head to be all like, oh, I wonder if that works, and then I'll like
Okay.
see if it
It's gonna look like, when you do, it's gonna be like, this top of like Gandalf or Sauron's staff where it kind of just like slots in there.
Okay.
It's like how never mind.
Yeah, but don't you also have that weird that glass is the one with the constellations in it, correct?
No, that is part of my personal thing because of my circle
right.
of the druid. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is when you use that, you get a plus to all of your druidic spells, correct?
You said that the staff gives me the
Yeah.
+1 to my attack bonus whenever I use a spell to attack,
Okay.
and the glass is the wayfinder.
Yeah, and now when they're on it, you have access to the Pathfinder ability 1 time per day.
Okay.
Which means if ever you are lost, you can use it and find it will point you in the direction you're supposed to be going, or the safest direction. Or whatever direction you're hoping. Like if you want one being like, which one will kill us? You can look through it and it'll be like, that way.
Okay.
But once a day.
All right.
I'll make yours too. No, I don't need to make yours. You'll take care of it yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm just gonna go. So let me get this straight. You just killed all the devils in that town?
I believe he said that he killed all of several gods that were around him.
There were like 6 of them, I think. I
That
don't know.
town
They
is
were
bound to have
roughly
more than
in
6
my
gods.
way at the same time, so anything close to me kind of got gnome grenaded.
I see.
There were 6 guards. So, yeah, you can do an intelligence check, but
Do?
well, Edward is doing it. He said he thinks there's more than 6 guards.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Rolls the dice.
No, I don't know anything.
Okay.
I'll say I rolled a 16 flat, so.
No, there were 7 guards, and you guys killed one of them. There's not a whole lot because they kind of ruled by fear, and everybody's scared of a big, tall thing with like
That
moving
talks.
chains on it.
That talks like the
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Well, if all the gods in the town really are dead, then I suppose, aside from whatever devils might still be there, uh,
Maybe the
town is
culture.
ours.
It seems that way. Oh, it did sound like Dumont might be making a hasty retreat. In which case, I might get angry because it sounds like we might not get paid if he's gone.
Yeah.
That is not acceptable.
Yes.
Do
Yeah,
you
he might.
explain to them what Dumaine did, or no?
I don't know anything about this, so above
No,
table.
no.
If he
asking
turned
you,
into about him turning into a lion man and ripping out the throats of the other priests.
Did you
Do I-
tell that to Ticto and Edward?
I Sure, because I don't understand the significance of it, nor do I have the
Well, it's just
wisdom to
weird.
prevent me from doing it. So I think it's weird, and I really don't understand the significance of the Faerun gods at all as a character.
Okay.
Do I
But-
think
So
that
you
if
didn't. You didn't. So just to clarify, you told them about the him turning into a lion thing and killing him, and then you're like, you said a bunch of words, but I don't know what they meant.
Yeah, I mean, like he said something about Pelor.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing this for, right? That's why we're out here right now.
Okay. Wait. Oh. All right, I'll roll with it as long as there's.
Think like dragon above, but he only does light stuff. Like he's the sun god.
Sure.
Trying to explain it from like the
Eberron?
cosmology of Eberron. Because I would imagine
Okay.
Fodor would at least have some knowledge of the Eberron
Oh yeah,
cosmology.
that. When he says that, the dragon above, you're like, got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But
okay.
I don't know how much of a fuck you give about it.
None.
Okay. So he's like, nice, and Dicto, that kind of makes you like weird. Like you don't give that, you give no fucks. Like that, you thought that was a big deal.
Well, I mean, Fodor is wired. Thinking to myself, well, I mean, Fodor is wired a bit differently from the rest of us. But... All right, so long rest happens. Yada yada yada. We all talk.
Yeah, all of that does. Now we're kind of just spinning in circles. You guys got caught up. You still, Edward, you still have a very clear image of where we're going. So you guys, we're gonna say you were walking and talking as this was going on, and you come into the ground, which was more like on the sandy, rocky side, starts getting a little bit greener, and off in the distance you could see like mountains. You can still see the standing stones everywhere, but you can hear the sound of a large river. Like it's very faint, but you can like hear the sound that you're like, there's water over there, and you start noticing the area around you is a little bit greener. Edward, you know that you're going in the right direction because your divination spell showed you this is where everything was supposed to be. So you know you're going in the right direction. So as you get in there, there's nothing really happening at this point. It's a simple 1 foot in front of the other. You're not really. Edward just disappeared.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm just, I'm, being careful among the foliage and blending into my surroundings and
I
such.
get it. You're changing your pants. Not weird.
You've become a disembodied voice.
Yeah, disembodied voice. That's what he does. His stealth is so good we can't even see him.
Hooray!
All right, and as you get deeper, you start Watcher starts getting a little bit excited. Um, and he's like, "Hey, Ticto, I feel something over this direction."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Edward, our celestial compass seems to think something is in this direction here.
Then we should go in that direction.
Agreed.
Um, you come into you are traveling and you come into a grove, a large grove, and in it is it's like an obelisk made of like a white marble. And on it you see markings, and you see markings on it. You see that there are. It's got that weird energy to it, the same kind of energy that you remember when you planted the tree, except it's coming from this obelisk. And coiled around it, a, you see a massive like this thing.
Oh, fuck.
It's supposed to be bigger, but it's not, and I hate it.
Is that a dragon made of wood?
Yes, it's a wood dragon.
Hello, Mr. Wood Dragon.
Wood beard.
Yeah, I can't get it to get bigger. I tried to.
You'd have to download it probably.
The one I saved didn't save. Like it just,
Oh.
I don't know what happened to it.
Dang.
And that was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Dragon. Would you like to help us?
He's like, I would, but that was bullshit.
But you just did it yourself.
Oh my god, I hate all of them.
Uh-oh.
Actually, what happens was nothing. You guys don't. You see it. You don't interact with it. And we will take a break and be back in 5 minutes.
All right. We'll be right back, guys.
Damn it, I was going to do a treaty.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I hate you all so much. right. So you guys come in on a medium-sized obelisk with a dragon, seemingly made of wood, wrapped around it. You are fairly certain it did not notice you at the time because it is asleep.
Hmm. We're supposed to
Edward, you are
collect that obelisk, right?
yes.
Hmm.
You were
Then-
supposed to find the source of the power.
Ah,
Okay. I'll walk straight on up to it.
let's say, Edward, this seems like your realm of
Um,
expertise.
Okay, let me get a stealth check.
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
You're just walking up to it.
I'm just walking
I
straight
still
up
want
to
a stealth check
it. Okay.
because remember it's sleepy. I want to see how, like, even if you're walking, how you're like, if you're being stealthy enough, or if you're loud and obnoxious and wake it up.
That is a 7.
Yeah. All right. It comes up. You walk up to it and you're just, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And as you get close, it like uncoils itself and it turns this massive head towards you, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
I certainly hope so. My name is Edward, the Everflame Niven. I come on behalf of Paylor.
Who?
That is a
Right.
wonderful question.
I am Inferion, the Wandering Forest.
It's a nice
I know
name.
not who. Thank you. I know not who Paylor is.
It's called the Dawn Father. I've heard it. He has something to do with sun trees.
What?
He's a god.
That is a very beautiful obelisk you're sitting on.
Yes, it's mine.
Really?
I found it. It's warm. It's comfortable. It's mine.
Of course.
He then lifts his hand. He lifts up one of his massive paws, and you see like the moss that he's laying on is like super thick. We're like most of that moss is like maybe like an inch at best. This is like 4, 5 inches of like the most luscious. Like you want to lay. He's like, it makes everything so nice.
You say that it's warm. Would you mind if I just...
Let me get a perception check.
Edward's like, can I touch it? That's usually a Ticto maneuver.
Just let me touch it.
Let's see here. So that's -3. So 15?
He's like, you. He sees now he's been awake for a little bit. He stretches a little bit. He's like, you may.
I'll just kind of walk.
He's like, but when I, and then he starts being like, but when I say you know what, it's fine. Go ahead.
I'll walk over and I'll touch it.
It's warm.
Put my hand to it.
Makes you feel like immediately you get the feeling of
right.
like what it's like to stand on like a clear sky, sunny day. Like it's pleasant, it's warm. It makes you feel like at peace.
That is quite wonderful.
It is my greatest find. And I will never let it go.
Can I be reminded what our mission is? Are we supposed to collect the obelisk, find the location?
Now let's check, please. I'm like, unless it was above the table.
Like that was above the table.
That was you, Ben, asking, not Ticto.
That was Ben asking. Yeah.
Find the object.
Find the object. Well, we found the object. I think it's under good protection, Edward. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say
Where is Watcher?
On my hat?
Watcher is like...
Watcher?
This is,
What's going on?
This is the second greatest place I've ever fucking seen
Oh, yeah?
on this bullshit plane.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I've been other good places, but like this is the second best place I've ever seen.
I'm gonna, like, communicate, like, telepathically with him and be like, is the dragon cool? Like, is he okay?
He's gonna look over at the dragon, like hop off your shoulder and like flutter over and land right on the dragon's nose. Like go right up to one of his eyes and be like, "Are you cool?" And the dragon will be like, "What are you talking
be prepared to summon a new familiar.
about?" He's
I'm like, Ticto, I didn't mean to go. Oh.
He's like, Watcher's like, "What are you doing with this obelisk of Pelor?" And he's gonna look at him real serious. Edward, you're noticing again this name. Because Brian noticed and brought it out to me at the break. That you're like, Pelor again. Like this shit's popping up everywhere. And he's gonna look and he's like, "What your plans?" And the dragon's like, he thinks for a minute, and he stretches, and he thinks, and he looks, and he goes, "I guess I'm its guardian." And then he thinks for a minute and goes, "Yep, I'm its guardian." And then he's gonna level his head to all three of you and be like, "I guard this stone."
You know what?
Nice.
And he's like he's saying it like he's trying it out, you know, like when somebody's like, "I am the boss here," at their first day on the job, you know. He's like really trying to feel it out, and every time he says it, he gets a little bit more confident.
I'm curious, does anything, like, happen when he, like, takes that sort of mantle?
No,
Damn
no.
it.
Produce flame.
Get an insight. You can do an insight check if you want.
Yeah.
I produce flame in my hand.
Oh, fuck. Edward the aggressor, Niven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a shitty insight check. I only got an 8.
Oh, you have no idea.
Okay.
You produce flame?
I do.
Okay. He's gonna look at you and go, "Nice." And then he produces a flame, like through his, like 2 little puffs out of his nostrils. He's like, "I can do that too."
Really then? Can you do this one? And I'm going to cast polymorph on him.
What's the save on that?
He must make a wisdom saving throw.
Edward, he seemed cool. What are you doing?
What is that?
Wisdom saving throw? 25.
Okay, then he succeeds.
Right. He's like, "That's pretty cool. I would like a wisdom saving throw from you too."
Okay. How does a 14 treat
included
you?
in this?
You are a rabbit. It only lasts a few seconds.
Okay.
And then you pop back. He's like, "I believe it's your turn again."
I'm going to. Ooh, how do I want to do this one? Okay, yes. No, I'll do this one instead. Okay, very good. I will call lightning. I will create a storm cloud above, and
Okay.
I will just I will not actually attack him with it. I will just have it crackle and
Are you like
whatnot.
doing it and then you like summon it and you're like,
I summon it.
You like hit a tree with it.
No, I don't want to start a forest fire.
Oh,
you
that's
know,
fair. Yeah. You hit the obelisk.
okay,
with
so
it.
you
Cloud-
summon it
cloud
and
to
then you
cloud
look at him
lightning.
like your move? Is that what you do now?
Mhm.
Well, okay, like is there perhaps like a big rock nearby? Or
Okay,
some
trying
sort
to
yeah,
of like
cloud the
of course
cloud?
there is.
okay.
There's also a little pool of water and there's like the ground. You're in a clearing.
Okay. I will go ahead and I will, do the call lightning, and I will have like the lightning come down and strike the rock.
Okay.
And when the thunder hits, Ticto's like, "Ah, God! Warning next time."
He's going to a big grin is gonna come over on his face, and he's gonna like kind of like sit up a little bit, and he's gonna be like mumble something in Draconic, and then like a storm cloud's gonna come up and hit the exact same rock, and he's like, "Your turn."
Right? I will
Ticto or Fodor, you can do an insight check, or if you'd like. All right, Edward, it's your
there
turn.
you go. I got a.
I will dispel the storm cloud, and instead, in the exact same spot, a single sliver of like the moon's radiant glow comes down, and I cast Moonbeam.
Nice. He's gonna look and go. And on the other side, you're gonna see another moonbeam come and shine right to the same point. And he's like your turn.
I got a 15 insight.
Fodor, you think he's probably a child. You're starting to get real young kid.
I've pulled out
thing.
a sandwich, sat down to watch this
Fodor,
strange
you're having a good time. This
childlike
is like a
contest.
pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
I will look at his Moonbeam, and then I will cast Dispel Magic on it.
He will look at you. I'm gonna let the dice decide this and see if pick evens or odds.
Odd.
All right.
While they're like having their little party, I'm gonna ask Watcher if he can translate if he can tell me what the pillar, the obelisk said, the celestial writing on the obelisk says.
Gets mad. He's like, you cheated. He's like, you cheated. Because he's trying to dispel yours, but he doesn't know that spell. He's like, you cheated. That's not fair. I get another turn. And
All
so,
means.
he tries to dispel yours. And instead, since he can't do it, he turns into like has this vine, like these vines come up and they like ensnare your feet. So I need what is it? A dex saving throw. He's
Okay.
going to cast entangle on you guys.
Okay, so for me, that comes out to a 12.
Okay.
What do you need? A strength or dex?
Yeah, all of you. Well, where are you, Fodor? Are you like in the group talking to him with the others, or are you sitting back like on a rock watching this?
Well, I don't think me or Fodor approached. Edward just did.
Okay, then you're safe.
Yeah.
Safe.
But
So
I would also.
dexterity? You needed a 15.
I'm ensnared.
Okay. He's like, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'll cast Hold Person on him.
Is there a save?
Yep, it's a Wisdom saving throw. Because I don't have Entangle, but I do have Hold Person.
That is a 15.
Hold person.
That is
work
not
on
enough.
Non-humanoids.
All right.
For flavor, I think we'll allow it.
Yeah, it's a humanoid within range, so...
Yeah, well.
If anything, I'll do it on Fodor.
I'm just like stuck, unable to eat my sandwich, inches from my face. Just like,
Fultor's like,
All right. So, all right then.
while I mentioned earlier that while they're
He
having
is now livid, and what does he need to break it?
If it worked on him, it was a 16.
Okay.
But if he, let's see here.
because it's hold person, not hold.
Yeah, each of its turns, it can make a new Wisdom saving throw. So
He's
yeah,
like-
it could,
Can he talk still or no?
yeah, it can talk.
He's like, I don't like playing with you anymore.
Then you are not fit to be this thing's guardian.
All right. Initiative.
Ah, shit.
Just you.
Right?
So while they were Joel, I was saying, while they were having their little duel, could
Oh,
I
no,
have
now they're fighting.
no,
Uh,
no,
Edward,
I
you're
was
first.
like when they started they started the little back and forth, I wanted Watcher to read what the Celestial on the obelisk said to me
Okay.
because I assume he can read Celestial.
He can.
Okay, so what does it say?
Just by the light of the Dawn Father, vitality increases.
Okay.
Write that down. Oh, I'm sorry. Now for the ASMR part of the show.
Yeah.
What? All right, Edward, you get to go first then.
Right? So I see that it has become hostile towards me.
No, it hasn't become hostile. You held it. You threatened it.
Okay.
And Ticto has not bothered to tell you it's essentially a 6-year-old.
I simply release it then. If I don't think that it's at all hostile towards me, I'll just release it.
Yeah, by the way, you're fighting with, like, a child.
He is very upset right now, though. And,
wow, we've got a puppy kicker and a kid fighter. You
So,
guys,
wait, so
Great.
what
my
would,
God,
can I ask, what would Ticto know about dragons?
a roll a knowledge check.
bananas.
Well, actually, it would be more of a, I'll say more of a arcana or a nature, because, I don't know, like, dragons would feel like there'd be more magic. No, I go nature. That's creature. We'll do nature.
I got a 17.
On arcana or nature?
Either.
Okay.
I will
you know
release
that
it.
they age very slowly, and they're very, very possessive.
Right, but what I know
But
that
you
this
don't know anything about a woodland dragon.
so like in
Like,
terms
you've
of
never seen them.
so like in terms of size for like your standard dragon, is he like bigger? Like I'm from my perspective, like Watcher just told me what the obelisk said. Is the obelisk like feeding his like is
Oh,
he
yeah.
like bigger than normal?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely. He is.
so
he is the size-
it's accelerate. So he's the size of like he's a juvenile dragon that's the size of like a young dragon. Okay,
No, the other way around. He's a juvenile dragon the size of like an adult borderline ancient dragon. He's big.
so like his vitality is being fed. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna like Ticto's gonna like actually step forward at this point and be like, gentlemen, if I may interject.
And Fodor's like, fuck that! Lights him on fire. It's
Well,
time, baby.
So what's
As I
the-
release him from the
Don't
hold
light people on
person,
fire.
what I will do is I will release him and I will cast Druidcraft on the wood dragon to make a small flower, kind of like, grow from like the tip of his nose and like sprout open. And I will say, no hard feelings, of course.
He's like super duper mad. And then the flower comes, but since it's like he's touching the obelisk, and like the magic that's seeping into his body, like your little flower, like turns into like wisteria vines, and now he's got like this long like mustache of like long purple flowers, and he's like just thrilled with himself. He's like you know the SpongeBob movie where they get the like algae mustache, and he's like, now
Yeah.
that we're men, he's like
Yeah.
excitedly twisting it, and he's like
Yeah.
he's super pleased with himself now.
You are a young dragon, aren't you? Just not meant as an insult. I'm just you're a young one, aren't you?
Um, not young. I'm 57.
I see.
Now you realize for dragons, that's insanely young. That's like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. I see. You do realize that you are about the size of someone 10 times your age, correct?
What?
You
No.
are exceptionally large for a typical dragon.
Let me get a persuasion check because he believes you're full of shit.
I actually rolled a 19.
Wow. Never met another like me.
I see.
How big do we get?
I don't know, but you are very much larger than the typical dragon for your age. And I believe it has something to do with that. And I point at the obelisk.
That would. But that's mine.
I'm not saying it's not yours, but
it's mine. I'll fight you.
I don't want to fight you for it.
It's mine.
But what I am asking of you is that you protect it with your life.
Well, it's mine. Of course I would. It's mine. Also, Fodor, your mace is in your inventory. You can rename it if you want.
Edward, this dragon is... He is... How long have you been by this obelisk, friend? Can estimate. It's currently like... I'm just going to say... Okay. I don't think very long. And I think he's already doubled in size since he came to
He's
this.
visibly growing now.
Like, I think that by the time anyone else finds this place, he will be a formidable foe, Edward.
With the temperament of a child, though.
Yeah,
With
that's
the temper,
great.
with the
You just said I was big.
you are big.
You just said I was a child is not big. You said I was big.
You are a massive, super-powered child. It's awesome.
Oh, okay. That's okay then.
So like,
Not a baby.
no, I didn't say you were a baby. But you must understand, this obelisk is very important. I know it's very...
Fine.
It's not just because it's yours. It's important to the
It is
world.
because it is because it's mine. To get through it, yeah, he's more than happy.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not trying to take it, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad that you guys didn't actually try to kill it, because I did want to keep this one around for a while, you murder hobos.
Hey, you actually
And I
gave
know-
us a non-combat option for once.
I don't know. He's got an ability called Mimic. This is a homebrew. I made this one completely. To where he can copy your spells, but can't copy like reactionary spells.
So how come we couldn't do dispel magic then?
I feel like this spell is more of a reaction type spell. Like it just doesn't make sense.
It's also
For me-
not. Yeah. Joel,
copy
because
Joel.
Joel said
Yeah.
so.
He's also
Like,
this
that's-
many.
I don't want to give a creature the ability to dispel magic that's not pre-written in there.
Yeah. I believe, regardless of its temperament, Edward, I don't think this creature will leave this stone willingly.
Ask the dragon. If there were an older dragon who were to come and claim this obelisk, would you relinquish it?
No.
Better kick that bigger dragon in his balls.
Yes.
It's a good move.
Give me a nature check, Edward.
Okay.
I want a dual roll from you. I want a nature / perception check. Nature
Okay.
first, perception second.
Nature first.
Damn.
That is a 19.
Okay.
And perception. Perception comes out to 17.
Oh, Edward's
Nice.
using.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18. Sorry, 18.
Okay. Okay.
I just noticed something.
Yes.
Edward is using his new dice from a certain place called tabletoploot.com.
You know what? They are my new dice from tabletoploot.com. I just got them in today.
So
In
did
fact,
I!
got 4 sets of dice from them. They have this really interesting, like, because you can see this one has got this pretty kind of like gold sheen to it. It's like, it's called their golden chaos. And then this one here is called their red chaos. This one here is their pink chaos. And then this one here is called their teal chaos. Each and every one of them will be available in the store next month. So if you want your very own little bit of chaos, you can actually go to tabletoploot.com and put in the code NOL15 for 15% off your order of dice. It's good for anything aside for their subscription service, which is only $25 a month and gives you 4 sets of dice to your door for just $25 with no shipping, no handling, no strings. You can cancel anytime. And yeah, it always good quality dice. So, feel free to head over to tabletoploot.com and get your awesome dice today.
Sorry, I just noticed it. I had to point it out.
Yeah, well done. Good shilling. You've done very good. You should be proud of yourself. All right. So, did you do both of them? So you got 18 on both?
No, I believe the first one was a 19 and then the 18.
Okay, so but it's definitely high enough. You're looking around, and you're putting 2 and 2 together now. You're watching this thing that's visibly getting larger. You're watching the moss, like the thick pad that it's on, like slowly spread. And you start paying attention while everybody's talking, and like Ticto says, "This thing is baby." And so you start looking at this thing that's a baby, and you start looking at the moss, and you start looking at the dragon that's getting bigger, and it clicks in your head. You're like, "Holy fuck! They all just got here." Like you just start thinking like this stone hasn't been here for very long at all.
I think.
Because you're watching, like, you can literally watch it spread. You're like, this may be weak at best, is what you put together.
Can I help it to
Gonna hug
grow?
the stone.
Can I help it to grow with druidcraft?
You could try.
I will certainly try.
What do? You don't need to roll for it. Just tell me what you're doing.
Basically, druidcraft just allows me to do things like make flowers bloom, make seed
No, I know
pod open.
I know what it does. I want to know what you do, what you're making it do.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, what I want to do is I want to take a look at this moss, which is kind of like slowly growing out in like every direction, and I want to cast my spell and see if I can actually make the moss patch bloom and grow even faster.
Okay. You are. It's weird because you try to like make it move. You try to make the moss grow, and like in certain areas, you're able to get it to grow these massive, like hibiscus type flowers, like these big, like hand open type flowers, like they're big, and they just spread thick, like the whole moss is covered with this rainbow of flowers. But once you get outside the thickness of the moss that's spreading, your druid crab goes back to the regular, like small little flowers. Enough. You cannot influence the spreading of this in any way. But your nature magic, anything that has to do with like vitality or growth that you're noticing, it just goes for growth in that area.
Edward, show it more spells.
All right then. The first spell that I'll do then is I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
And then I shall. Oh, that's a good one. I'll do fog cloud.
Okay. You do fog cloud?
I do fog cloud.
Where do you center it?
On the rock.
I was gonna say like I'll basically kind of like center it just above us, kind of like in the trees, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah,
like,
in the trees it works.
Can I do the
but
same?
You notice there is a barrier on the bottom where the fog doesn't seem to be as thick. It's almost like a dome, maybe 30 feet in the air. Like there's this dome where it's like it's weaker, and then it's just a regular cloud of fog above it.
I would also like to start trying to teach the dragon spells that I know.
Okay.
I want to see if it's just like only like druid spells. So I'm gonna cast magic missile at the rock. I'm gonna cast wither and bloom. I'm going to
Okay, he can copy any like offensive spell.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast like magic missile. I'm gonna cast wither and bloom. I'm gonna cast fireball. I want to see if he can do haste.
He cannot.
Okay. I'm also gonna cast fireball.
He can do fireball
in a safe space. Keeping in mind,
he's getting really tired though. Like you doing these back to back, and what Edward just did, like.
But he's on the obelisk of vitality.
Yeah, but it's not like
it's not unlimited.
It's not unlimited. Like
lame obelisk of vitality.
After you guys like drained it out, he like collapses.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna like pet him on the snout and be like, "You did good, friend."
He's dead.
With him dead asleep, can we remove him?
No. He
Can
is
you lift a
humongous.
really, really big dragon?
Like he's adult dragon sized. I don't think.
Ah, but
Yeah.
wait, what if I polymorph him?
You
He
can.
might wake up.
You can try.
Okay.
Edward, would you want to remove him from this obelisk?
I do not think that he has a sufficient guardian for it.
What guardian would you suggest? There's no other option currently.
Yes, but if
Yeah.
you remember back to this sun tree, when we got there, the guardian showed up. It wasn't something that was just already here.
How do you know that this wasn't something that Pelor decided?
Would you prefer if we ask Pelor before we do this?
You know what?
How do you
I might
even do
try.
that?
All right, then. And in that case, I'll start setting up, instead for polymorph, I will start setting up the ritual spell for divination.
Okay. You have the time.
Yeah.
Where do you set it up?
Right around the obelisk. I want to
Like
get
you're
at-
like you're back to the obelisk, like you're leaning on it while you're doing the spell type thing.
Yeah.
more or less. I want to get peak performance of this.
No, I need to
divination
know
spell.
exactly what you're doing. Are you like on the obelisk? Are you touching it, or are you like?
I'm because I need to like set up like a circle,
asleep?
like a.
Sorry.
I need to set up like a ritual circle. You know what I'm saying? So like, what I'm doing is I'm going around the obelisk and kind of
Oh,
like.
it's in the spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like directly in the center of my spell.
Okay. Nice. All right. You complete it, and the obelisk. Your ring as you complete the spell. It's just a ring, right? Just a standard ring.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm taking bits of the
After-
forest around me, and I'm using that to create this spell circle.
I get that. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So what happens when you do that and the spell is completed, the ritual is completed? All of those things are like they start to like melt and combine into these like this like sun image, and then a smaller sun image comes in. And you have two overlapping suns that are in there, and the whole area that you are still standing in is like suddenly like awash with this like bright blazing light, and you find yourself standing in front of a person who looks like they would be massive, but for some reason you're eye to eye with him. And he's wearing a breastplate with the dual sun image, and his face is bright golden.
What does he look like? Just
And
curious.
What
does Pelor look like to DM Joel?
He's got like, well, he's wearing like he's got like the golden skin. His eyes are like bright, like blazing sunlight. But they're not. It's not uncomfortable to look at. Like you don't feel threatened. You feel comfortable. He's got this big like wild swath of like golden blonde hair.
Big
and,
bushy beard.
No, actually, he's completely clean shaven. Like he actually think of like a surfer who's like underwater and his hair's moving around like that constantly, but not. And he's wearing like a vest or like it's like a breastplate, but not like it's kind of like armor. Like you think it would like repel some damage, but it's also looks super comfortable. So he's like a very laid back guy, like in very like loose fitting clothes, with this like symbol on his chest of the dual suns. And he's like, "Man, it took you long enough. You're right there. You're gonna play with that dragon forever."
Pelor, I presume.
Are you in the circle?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Who's in this? I thought just Edward was in the circle.
No, fuck no.
Meat and sandwiches. Watching.
Photos
You're
now.
in the circle with him?
Hell yeah.
ridiculous.
Does your spell work with him in the circle, Edward?
I mean, it doesn't actually say anything. I mean, I get to be the one to ask the question, but you know,
All right. Yeah, he's talking to you directly. So, Ticto, you're in the circle. You are also eye to eye with this guy, who is also eye to eye with Edward. He's like,
Which is weird because we're different heights.
Yeah, I know. It's super strange. But, domain of the gods, who cares? He's like, took you long enough. I honestly thought it'd be Dumaine that would have done this, but hey, it's all good.
Well, it kind of
Is
seemed
all-
like
Oh, I'm
Jermaine
Pelor.
wanted to keep up pretenses, so
Oh no, your friend screwed that up.
we heard.
Yeah. I mean like I probably was gonna start everything at this obelisk is where the temple was gonna go, but I'm probably just gonna move to the existing temple now if it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We
But
just
anyway, so Edward or Garrett, whatever your name is, whatever you want to go by, Ed Garrett.
Edward will be fine.
Is that your real name? I feel like that's not your real name.
I feel like a god would know my real name.
I feel like a guy wouldn't care what your real name is, but we're going out of respect. I like to try to be proper.
Very good.
But if you want
Uh,
Edward, it's Edward, man.
Edward will be fine for the moment.
That's cool.
Think of it as a
A name?
honorary title.
Yeah, I'll think of it like a name. That fits.
All right then.
So, yeah, you working with Dumaine, huh?
For the moment, yes.
Why? I mean, I know why he's doing it, but you're not. He smells you and looks at you. He's like, you're not even from here.
That is correct.
He's like, and then he leans in. He goes, I'm not from here either.
Really? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from a place called Greyhawk.
I love that you've just like
But,
cast
like-
Pelor as like a fucking deadhead.
Like, there's,
That's amazing.
I noticed there was a void here, so I'm like, why not?
Why not indeed?
Yeah. I mean, like, you got some issue with chains and shit breaking because your scales are unbalanced, and you got no gods here.
Well, that's why we're here.
That's
Because of
why
the
I'm
chains
here.
breaking.
That's why I'm here. Like, there's dudes a problem for everyone. Like, not as much of a problem for me as it is for you, but like, it's a problem.
Well, it seems like
You
it could be
are-
become a problem, seeing as the celestial plane of Faroon was decimated.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
You are a celestial god, yes?
More or less. I mean, yeah.
Would you be able to repair the chain that was in the plains, the gates of the moon?
I'd need a foothold, like in this place. But yeah, I could do it.
Well, then
Much-
I think may have found a way to solve
I mean, like,
at least one of our
that's
problems.
easy. That's easy. The only downside is, like, that was for a god of this realm. Like, if it was a Greyhawk god, yeah, no problem. But, like, can't really do a whole lot of influence here until I got some believers here. You know how it works. You don't know how it works, but you can figure it out.
I guess our big thing was, did you bring this dragon here?
This dragon?
Yes.
This
man.
dragon was a gecko that was on the stone when I dropped it here.
So
That was like a week ago.
it was a week
That's
ago,
incredible.
Yeah, it was a week ago.
and he's the size of an ancient dragon now.
Hey, I didn't plan it, man. Shit happens.
So
Yeah,
our
Oh,
question
God, I
was:
don't know everything.
would you say that
spec-
this is a sufficient guardian for this obelisk?
I mean, would you mess with it?
No.
No,
there
I
you
just
go.
did.
Nope.
No, you didn't. You played a game with it.
Yes, and I'm saying that it was
No, you played a game with it. Did you fight it?
no, of
Did you
course
like,
not.
hey, let's really get to it and see what's up?
I'm not a monster, Pelor. I'm not going to fight a child.
Well, I did see that guy kill a dog.
Fuck off!
All I'm
Like, I just-
saying is that
I'm
here
joking.
in
I
this
know what you thought it was happening. I saw it. I know what you're doing.
here in this realm there are some very, very nefarious forces. While I would not necessarily fight this dragon, anything that looks to impede upon your foothold might very well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is a big risk. What I was hoping for, is that, like, okay, there's a legend of a priest named Catterley in Icewind Dale, and he made a place called Spirit Soaring. He was the what is his name? Dionair before the gods were wiped out. And I'm a little fuzzy because time makes shit disappear. Um, I'm looking for somebody who's willing to like bind themselves to this and be like the anchor here. That's what Dumaine was supposed to do. That's why I gave him those cool lion powers. Like, so he wouldn't be fucked up.
Well, I feel like
I mean,
at
right
this
now, the
point,
dragon's just a deterrent right now. Honestly, it just worked out in my favor. Like, I didn't expect a little lizard to grow into a big dragon in like a week.
so
Did he say he was 57? Did I hear that right?
yes, he did.
Yeah, no, he's not. Honestly, if you get him out of the ring, he'll probably turn into a lizard again.
That does not sound like a suitable guardian to me.
Now that you say that out loud, yeah, that's probably not a good call.
Why not just
So should we
make him
kill
like
it?
that all the time?
What is with you and killing stuff?
He likes to kill small animals.
Yeah, no kidding. First that
Well, I don't
giant
know.
pet,
What
now
do I-
like a
what the
baby gecko.
God damn it!
I mean, why don't you go find Dumaine and bring him here like was the original plan?
You know what?
Not a small enough animal.
You know what? Nobody told you all those words, did they?
No.
You know what? I am going to start a communication training program with my followers because it seems like there is a significant loss.
They literally
from point
just
A to point
they
B.
literally just told us go find the thing, and that was it.
What?
They
Like,
literally,
I gave him clear directions. I was like,
Oh.
you have to come here.
he said go
Fodor.
find it.
Fodor Tikto, would
Mother
you be willing to
son
stay
of a
here?
bitch.
Would you be willing to stay here while I go and get Dumaine?
Well, I could just cast message.
That?
Because I have those message wasps.
You do have message wasps.
Yeah.
But we are gonna have to wrap this up because it is getting time for work.
Yep.
So we are gonna leave that. Well, let's cast message and see how that works.
I'm gonna cast message and send it straight to Dumaine and be like, found Pelor, stop. Come here now, stop. There's a big dragon, stop. Because I assume message works by telegraph rules.
No, you get 25 words. His response is, "Holy shit! Your friend fucked the town up. Kinda busy. Be there when I can."
I'm gonna cast message again. I'm gonna like, now? Question mark? Like, literally found sanctuary.
You get back a message. K.
God
And
damn it, that guy is irritating.
we're gonna leave it at that. I apologize for the discombobulation. My house has no heat and it has no air and it is 1,000,000 degrees. I am like not focusing.
All right. Well,
But thank you guys for joining us. To look forward to it next week, and don't forget to check out our newer show on Mondays from 5 to 6, which we will be discussing. We haven't decided if it's going to be film or anime or whatever. We'll talk and we'll update you on our socials.
Yes. We'll
And,
be on we'll be back again on Monday with some other nerd topic other than playing our regular D&D session.
Correct.
All right.
And so, as always, thank you for watching. See you next week.
See you guys.
See you later.